Let me know if you're hyped for the event by dropping a like down below before time expires. Also, let me know who you want to win, the robot or the caddis. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Dr. P, and today we're going to be taking a look at even more information and theories regarding the Season 9 event that's upcoming between the robot and the caddis. Make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'd really appreciate that. Before we get into it, though, I have a couple announcements. Number one, make sure you go and follow my new and improved Instagram page. I'm going to be posting there, and I just launched it yesterday, and today is the official announcement. Also, make sure to check out my official Discord for exclusive opportunities and giveaways. That's also below. Finally, make sure to check me out on caffeine.tv. I'm going to be streaming over there a lot more soon, and it's the best place to get added and possibly even get a gift from me. So, as I'm sure you guys know by now, the robot has a torso that was completed yesterday, and that means most likely tomorrow we're going to be getting one of the arms installed on this thing, which is pretty exciting. I got this tweet from Origin, one of the two. He says, on the 19th of July, which is a Friday, we are going to be getting the 100th Fortbyte, which is stage 3 of Singularity. So I think the event is going to happen on July 20th, which is a Saturday. We've long thought it's either going to be July 13th or July 20th for the event to take place, but honestly, the 13th is looking less and less likely as events unfold. And it would make a ton of sense for the last Fortbyte to be revealed, and then the event happen the next day, which would be a Saturday. Reminder that all main events happen on Saturdays, usually around 2 p.m. Eastern. If you consider the fact that the robot has at least 2 or 3 more stages to go to be fully built, and you consider that each stage has about 2 days in between them, you figure that, yeah, July 20th probably makes the most sense as of now. This tweet is pretty interesting. It's from Make Me Suffer, pretty bleak name, but anyway, he says, Dr. P, I've just noticed something in the Fortbyte image. When you look at Fortbytes 52 and 53, you can see a dog or bear-like head being pulled by a crane in midair. So my theory is that the head might be the robot's head. And if you take a look at the image in question, you can see there definitely appears to be some kind of a bear head, some creature's head in plain sight. And yes, it does look to be being lifted up by some kind of a crane. You can also see around it what appears to be very much like the pressure plant construction zone for the robot right now. And as we know, the robot's final stage is probably going to be completing the head. Is it possible in some way this could end up being the head of the robot that Jonesy has painted on the wall? Now, in the theory, he mentions that it looks kind of like a dog head. What is the robot's code name? Oh yeah, that's right. Doggus. I can't confirm it, I can't lock it in stone and tell you that's what's going to happen, but I gotta say, looking at it from that angle, it sure seems pretty clear what they're trying to convey in the Fortbyte image, and as we know, this image is supposed to contain the deepest, most dark secrets of this season. Next up, we've got Malachi, who says maybe there will be a power core and the robot will malfunction, and we will all have to aim for the power core to kill it. This might have been hinted at with the Sentinel skin and the Dark Sentinel style when he malfunctions. Also, the power could be one of Kevin's shards. So on the robot circled in blue, you can see there is something in the middle of the torso. It could be nothing, it could mean something, but Malachi is saying it could be some kind of a power core very similar to what Iron Man has, if you're familiar with the MCU. As for the references to Sentinel with that theory, there are 2 styles to Sentinel. There is the original form that you get at level 1, the base form, and then there is an upgrade that you can get for it later pretty high up in the battle pass that basically corrupts him and he does become Dark Sentinel. The crazy part about that to me is the base form of Sentinel appears to have feet similar to the caddis. But then when you look at the upgraded Sentinel, it has feet more similar to the robot. Is it possible in some strange, crazy, bizarre way that the battle going down could be between 2 separate robots? An evil and a good version, similar to what's going on with Sentinel this season. There have been theories before that I've even talked about on the channel about the Dark Sentinel being possibly the robot, but we've never even considered that the creature could possibly be some kind of other robot. What if it's literally a robot face-off? Now, the main counter-argument to that theory is that indeed the creature's eye was in Polar Peak and it appeared to be a real living eye So who knows? This next bit comes to you from Reddit user ChristianK925, and basically he says, this is probably where the robot is going to go to fight the Polar Peak monster. Now, in case you don't know what he's referencing, if you go to Pressure Plant and you look at the giant elevator, you can see different bits of writing on the wall, including what you see in the picture, B3, B2, B1. Now, he is saying that potentially those could be coordinates of places to be changed or even the fighting site for later this season. If you take a look at these places, it includes places such as Junk Junction, Haunted Hills, and the area west of Pleasant Park. If you were to ask me, I would personally say that the B3, B2, B1 is simply referring to basement level 3, 2, and 1 on the elevator. But the thing that gives me a slight bit of hope about this theory is the fact that the top left-hand corner of the map has barely been touched whatsoever for a long time. You see the bottom left getting changed to the snow biome, the bottom right getting changed to the desert biome, the top right getting sunny steppes, lazy lagoon, the volcano pressure plant, the list goes on and on. But truly, what's happened in the top left? The most significant update in a while might have been adding the Haunted Castle to Haunted Hills. Again, I think it's irrelevant, but at the same time, I can't say for sure, and I wouldn't be too shocked if I was wrong, because I have been wrong before. With the amount of theories that I put out on the channel, some of them are bound to be wrong. This next one comes from user Bone Needle on Reddit, so it's actually very, very interesting. As you can see on the graphic, he shows the robot right now and then says that potentially he could be powered up by Kevin's shards. Now think back to season 8 really quick when the unvaulting event was getting ready to happen before they discovered the vault. Kevin's shards were destroyed, or at least we know, removed from its site in the middle of Loot Lake. That was the government's doing. With that said, we know that Pressure Plant, at least when the season started, and probably still now, is controlled by the government. Early in the season, you could see military helicopters, vehicles, and so much more to strongly indicate that the government was up to something and had taken over the area that was the volcano. If this was the same organization that founded the vault and also came to Pressure Plant, it wouldn't be too unfeasible for them to have, instead of destroyed Kevin's shards, taken them and used them for the future because they might have needed them. You can see on the robot's joints there are purple triangular pieces which could very well be made of Kevin. Something else of note, if you know of the power cord going from Loot Lake to Neo Tilted, you'll know that it follows a very similar design. It's triangular, and of course, as we obviously know, it is used to power stuff up, and the robot currently has no power. Is it possible later in the season, Singularity, the person who probably is the source of this power, will use the power cord to power up the robot so it can fight? It almost seems like it's too perfect, a perfect fit to power up the robot. Not to mention, we're talking about the same place Kevin's shards were taken from and the power source was created. Definitely let me know your thoughts. I want to give you guys a quick update on the Golem family because I've seen a lot of people asking about them. As you can see, they're both looking directly at Pressure Plant, probably at the robot. I mean, it's pretty tall, they can see it by this point. The female Golem has her hands on her face like she's sobbing or crying or something like that. The male Golem looks like he is in disbelief. And as we know, these golems have previously foretold danger and threats for the island. They did so back in Season 7 and in Season 8, and it appears as though they're doing it again. At this point, we know something is coming. There are propaganda signs all across the map saying danger, warning, flashing in big red lights, and now that the golems are on board with this, that we know have previously been super involved with stuff like this, wow, this is pretty crazy stuff, and we are headed to war, my friends. Something else of note I thought I'd throw in the video is that giant rubber ducky has made its way to Loot Lake. It is in the water, it climbed the waterfall, and it is now almost there. Usually, I would think stuff like this doesn't matter, but the thing that makes me think that maybe this duck means something in some strange way is, number one, it has 1,000,000 health. It has an absurd amount of health. Number two, it is moving. It's constantly moving almost with every update. Remember, it started near Lucky Landing and is now at Loot Lake. Number three, it's going to Loot Lake. It's going to the vault, the source of the power, and obviously that's a big topic for this season. I don't know what's going on there, but it's very interesting, and I can't wait to find out more. Guys, please drop a like on the video and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm uploading daily Fortnite content, keeping you fully updated and in the loop with everything going on in the game that you need to know about. Make sure to check out my Instagram, my Discord, caffeine.tv. All of those links will be in the description. I would very much appreciate it if you could go and follow me on all of those. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in my next upload, and until then, take it easy and peace out.